I agree completely with Mr. Swalwell. It's not going to work. We're going to be as determined as ever with whatever platform we have to push back, to fight back, to hold them accountable. And lastly, I just want to pick up on something that Ilhan said about safety. The reason these two members were thrown off their committees was because they were encouraging violence against other members. All three of us, Lawrence, have been the subject of innumerable death threats. It is a sad reality in the Trump era. And so, yes, we take security and safety very seriously because we've experienced threats to ourselves and our families. McCarthy obviously doesn't care about that. His actions are only going to accentuate the risks, and particularly empowering people that encourage violence against others is exactly the wrong message. And one point, if I could, Eric and I are in grief right now because our fellow citizens in California have been gunned down now in two shootings, mass shootings, and our heart breaks for them. We need to not only deal with the problem of gun violence, but we also need to deal with what we're talking about here tonight, and that is the encouragement of political violence, which is also on the rise.
Representative Omar, you are one of the most threatened members of the House in history. That's one of the reasons you were taken with Nancy Pelosi on January 6th. You're not a member of the leadership, but you needed to be offered even more protection than the average member of the House that day. Marjorie Taylor Greene has said recently that if she had been running that insurrection, everyone would have been armed. Kevin McCarthy obviously doesn't feel threatened, apparently, as Donald Trump didn't feel threatened by the people who Donald Trump incited to attack the Capitol. What does it feel like for you to once again be used by Kevin McCarthy to try to incite that kind of energy in Republicans who are out there watching this?
It's scary. I know that Eric Swalwell shared some of the death threats that he has been getting since Kevin has been public about targeting us. The reason on January 6th I had the extra protection and that that I had the ability to be removed with leadership was because the 3 months during the final stages of the campaign, Trump chose to use my name at every single rally, and that increased the level of death threats that I was getting. And I know that what they're engaged in now will continue to incite violence against my family and the families of Eric Swalwell and Adam Schiff. I do also want to underscore the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she was being removed, one of the reasons was that during her campaign, she held a rifle to my head and the heads of other members of Congress. She asked for the speaker to be hanged and said she committed treason. She came to the Capitol to harass myself and Rashida and said Muslims were taking over Congress, that we needed to take our oath of office on the Bible. This is someone who believes that 9/11 was an inside job. We are not dealing with a normal, rational member of Congress. We are dealing with someone who obviously jokes about the fact that if she was leading the insurgency on January 6th, that she would have been armed. This is someone who clearly thinks violence is okay, someone who encourages violence, and someone who is a clear danger to myself and others in Congress.